Hello, friend. This is another in the series of ways to transcend the ego. And I'll be reading today excerpts from this book, which is A Renunciate Order for the New Age by Swami Kriyananda. And in this book, he very directly says that ego transcendence is the very essence of spiritual progress. And he offers this bit of advice in the chapter called Transcending the Ego. More important than working on specific desires, attachments, and outwardly directed delusions is the work to eliminate any sense of separateness from the great ocean of life. And then he goes on to give very specific, I don't know how to describe them, sort of very commonplace, very ordinary situations in our lives in which we can practice ego transcendence. So I'll just read a couple of these for you. We have to do, in other words, everything we can to minimize our self-definitions, our unceasing awareness that we are separate and different from everyone else. So, for example, when someone tells a good story, don't try to top it with another one. Let his story receive the appreciation it deserves. Laugh appreciatively. Be generous. Allow him his moment in the limelight. It's very mundane. It's very normal. These are the sorts of things that happen in our everyday lives. But it's so often the case that we can feel it in ourselves when someone is telling a story. We know the punchline, or we've heard a similar story, and it's so easy to jump in and cut this person's story off at the knees and just come in with our own punchline or our own story. It happens so often. But what Swami is saying here is to be centered in the self, to respect and appreciate what another person is saying or giving at that moment, sharing, and to restrain that tendency to assert the ego. So even though it's a very mundane situation, it's something we can all relate to. And if we are aware of that kind of energy in ourselves, then we can start to control it. God bless you.